Why USA destroyed Japan. The truth about Hiroshima. Welcome to Explore Zone. Today, we delve into the pivotal moment when the USA bombed Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. This event not only ended the war, but also changed the course of history forever. Imagine a weapon so powerful it could end a war in seconds. The atomic bomb was such a weapon. But why did the USA choose to deploy it? What factors led to this historic decision? World War II was a global conflict involving major world powers. The Axis, led by Germany, Italy, and Japan, fought against the Allies, including the USA, the Soviet Union, and the United Kingdom. The war engulfed nations and continents. Japan embarked on an aggressive expansion across Asia and the Pacific, conquering territories and clashing with Allied forces. By 1945, their actions had drawn intense international scrutiny and fierce resistance, leading to devastating battles and significant loss of life. Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor was a turning point. On December 7, 1941, Japanese forces launched a surprise assault on the U.S. naval base, causing massive destruction and loss of life. This act of aggression shocked the world and galvanized the USA into action. The attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, was a turning point, propelling the USA into World War II. This surprise military strike by Japan aimed to cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet, causing significant casualties and igniting a fierce American response. The devastation at Pearl Harbor galvanized the American public and leadership, uniting them in their resolve to enter the war. The USA declared war on Japan, marking its official entry into the global conflict and changing the course of history. As the Pacific War unfolded, the battles were brutal and relentless. American and Japanese forces clashed in fierce engagements across islands and seas, with high casualties on both sides, exemplifying the ferocity and sacrifices that defined the Pacific theater. Amidst the ongoing conflict, the USA embarked on a secret mission known as the Manhattan Project. This top-secret initiative aimed to develop a powerful new weapon, the atomic bomb, driven by the race to end the war and assert dominance. The decision to use the atomic bomb was heavily influenced by numerous factors. American leaders believed it would swiftly end the war while minimizing further Allied casualties, demonstrating power and deterring future aggression. Thus, the stage was set for an unprecedented decision. The bombing of Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, brought immediate and catastrophic devastation. A blinding flash, intense heat, and a powerful shockwave obliterated the city, killing tens of thousands instantly. Buildings crumbled, fires raged, and survivors faced unimaginable horror. Nagasaki faced a similar fate 3 days later, on August 9, 1945. Though the terrain of the city offered some protection, the impact was still devastating. The explosion flattened buildings, incinerated everything in its path, and caused massive casualties. The aftermath in Nagasaki mirrored Hiroshima's devastation. Survivors, known as hibakusha, experienced severe burns, radiation sickness, and long-term health issues. The city's infrastructure lay in ruins, and the psychological trauma was profound, affecting generations. The bombings ultimately compelled Japan to surrender on August 15, 1945. Overwhelmed by the unprecedented destruction and the threat of further attacks, Japan's government recognized the futility of continuing the war, leading to a formal surrender on September 2nd. The use of atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki marked the end of World War II. These events forced Japan's unconditional surrender, effectively concluding a brutal and prolonged conflict that had engulfed the world for 6 years. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki sparked intense moral and ethical debates that continue today. Critics argue the bombings were unnecessary and inhumane, while others contend they were essential to ending the war swiftly and saving countless lives. The long-term effects of the bombings were devastating. Survivors faced severe health problems, including cancer and genetic damage, leading to a generation marked by suffering. The environment also suffered lasting damage, affecting both flora and fauna in the affected areas. Survivor stories are harrowing and poignant. Many recount the sudden destruction, the loss of loved ones, and the struggle to rebuild their lives. These personal accounts serve as powerful reminders of the human cost of nuclear warfare. The bombings had a significant global impact, shaping international policies on nuclear weapons. They led to the establishment of non-proliferation treaties and a heightened awareness of the catastrophic potential of atomic warfare, influencing diplomatic relations worldwide. Modern reflections on Hiroshima and Nagasaki emphasize peace and reconciliation. Memorials and museums in both cities educate the public about the bombings, promoting a message of peace and the importance of preventing future nuclear conflicts. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were pivotal in ending World War II. The United States made the strategic decision to use atomic bombs to force Japan's surrender, aiming to prevent further loss of life and expedite the war's conclusion. The aftermath of the bombings left a lasting impact on global policies and ethics. These events sparked intense debates over the morality of nuclear warfare, shaping international relations and leading to efforts to prevent future nuclear conflicts and promote disarmament. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as powerful reminders of the devastation caused by nuclear weapons. Memorials and survivor stories continue to educate and inspire, urging the global community to reflect on the past and strive for a peaceful future.